Type numbers 111. I need to ensure that everyone can help me. Welcome, superstars, amazing people. I'm sure you guys have had a long day, so we're going to cut this very short. For the sake of those that are just connecting with me for the first time, I'm going to do a brief introduction of myself, and we will get straight into the business of the day. My name is Buki. Those who know me nearest and dearest, they call me the phenomenal Buki. And you guys are welcome to call me the same. So I have been in the Forex space for 8 years and counting. So we've been around for a while, and we will tell you it's been a great journey. It's not always been smooth, but it's been life-changing. I don't even know what else I can do at this stage of my life. I've seen numbers that has totally increased my confidence. I've done numbers that has made me realize that this is the place to be in this digital season, in this digital age, right? I'm the business lead for Rex Global Trade Hub, and I'm also the CEO of Forex with Bookie. And we've been doing the same thing year in, year out for the past 8 years. For tonight's presentation, I represent a company called JIFU. I came into JIFU about less than 7 weeks ago, about 6 weeks ago, thereabout now. And the only reason why I am in JIFU is, number one, the simplicity of the tools of JIFU. And then the number two thing that did it for me is the accuracy that we're getting. I have spent a lot of money, thousands of dollars buying one thing or the other to support my analysis of the market and increase my accuracy. Nothing comes close to what we're getting using the JIFU product. It's totally mind-blowing. So I'm just going to get right into this, hoping that more people will join us as we go. So JIFU, which means abundance, is the name of this company. And I'm going to start by going through the cash flow, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been around the business world for a long time, you're familiar with this diagram. It was put together by a gentleman called Robert Kiyosaki. His argument is that we all earn in one of those 4 different ways, every single one of us. So the first set of people he talks about are the employees, making 60% of the world's population globally. These are a set of people that has a job. They're paid a salary once every 30 days. Whilst there's nothing wrong with having a job, you need to understand this. No job can get you to a place of financial freedom. So if you're on the call today, you desire financial freedom, you need more than the job. The another thing you need to know is that there's no job security. Your bosses can let you go at any time without a warning. So if you desire something big, you need more than the job. When you're working for someone, you're trading your precious time for money. And whether you like it or not, at the age of 60 to 65 years of age, they will retire you to peanut pension. That's even if you don't get a sack. So you need more. You need more than just a job. An average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Then we have the self-employed, making 35% of the world's population. These are a group of people who want slightly more control of their time. So they do get it. There's a period of time, and they start what we call a one-man business. But this business, they don't enjoy leverage. They put in the hours, they work for themselves, by themselves. No one helps them. So they eventually put in long hours, and the numbers are still not accurate. Examples are your tailors, your barbers. They just have the shop. They open the shop. They do the cleaning. They put on the generator. They cut people's hair when they come in. So no one is helping them. They're pretty stuck. And the truth of the matter is that nobody can work for 24 hours a day. No leverage, so they're still stuck. Then thirdly, we have the business owner. And this is where life begins to make sense. This is someone who says to himself, I am made for more. I desire more out of life. I should have more. I want time freedom, and I want absolute financial freedom. I am made for more. I am limitless and I'm abundant. I don't want to be capped by something you call a salary. I want to break the glass ceiling over my income potential. So is someone who then thinks of a business idea and he follows the idea through by registering a business name. So he starts to hire different professionals to meet the need of that particular business. So he sets up a system, different departments, the accountancy department, the IT department, the recruitment, the social media department, advertisement department, what have you. And he puts all the systems together. So after a little while, he will no longer need to be there. A business owner can then begin to enjoy financial freedom and time freedom. Why? Because he enjoys leverage. Other people are pushing his dreams while he's flying around in his private jet. So this is the level you get to. This is what you experience when you have your own business. You work on your own terms, you do your hours, you sign out when you desire. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we need to strive to get to. Then finally, we have the investor category. An investor is someone who understands the power of multiplying your money. The money you multiply is the money that grows, not the money you leave in the bank. Financially literate people don't leave their salaries or their life savings in the banks. When you leave your money in the banks, you are getting the bankers fatter. You are making them richer. What smart people do, billionaires do, is that they look for platforms, opportunities, vehicles, investments where they can plug the little they have and watch it grow without lifting a finger. Warren Buffett says, if you don't look for an opportunity that grows your money whilst you're sleeping, you will work until the very day you take your last breath. So that is it. Investment is the vehicle of the rich. That is the only way you can cut the big numbers. When you send your money on an errand, someone who is working for money. But big people, big-minded people, investors do not work for money. They get their money to work for them. And that is the power of investment. Without lifting a finger, the money is growing. Real estate is when you buy a piece of land, 100 million naira, you hold it for 10 years, you can sell it for $250 million. So that is the power of plugging your money into the real estate sector. You don't have to do anything, it just grows. So that is what smart people do. But someone is saying phenomenal booking. Forex jumping on the property ladder is capital intensive. I don't have that kind of money. What kind of investment can I do? Real estate is just one form of investment. There are different investment vehicles. I should let you know. Trading the financial market, the good news tonight is that trading Forex or crypto, trading the financial market generally is also a form of investment. You plug the little you have. The better thing about it, guys, tonight is that you don't need a lot of money. With your small capital, you can plug it into the space and watch it grow into anything. When it comes to the Forex space, any number that your head can think of is actually possible. Now, the leadership of JIFU. As you all know, everything rises and falls on leadership. If you see a company, a brand that is growing very well, it's because of the people who sit in the leadership position. So behind JIFU, we have these three gentlemen in top executive level. Brad Ball is the founder of the company. So JIFU is his baby, is his goal, his desire. You know how you have a goal and you just nurture it until you birth it, until you smash it. So he's the founder of this company. Kylie Copeland is the CEO of the company. This gentleman, we have a massive, immense confidence in this man's ability to steer JIFU in the right direction. I say so because he has done it before and is just about to do it again. He was the CEO of a company called Gines. Gines is a successful, one of the most successful multi-level marketing companies in the world as of today. He was sitting in the position of a CEO for 8 good years in Gines, and he was able to take this company from $1 million company to $1 billion company. So we're pretty confident in his leadership. We know that he knows what he's doing. And then finally, we have a gentleman called Matt Gaff. He sits as the chairman of JIFU. This man is a publicly listed billionaire. You can Google him. When they say someone is a publicly listed billionaire, they're telling you that he's a certified billionaire. It's beyond argument. He's not just calling himself a billionaire. It is a public information. You can do research on him and you will find it as such. JIFU, in case you don't know, is not a new company. JIFU got to this part of the world about 8 weeks ago, but JIFU has been around since 2019. But when they started as a company, they started with travel. So you could register with them and book all your luxury travels. But that wasn't a product that really caught attention in this part of the world. People need money, right? And then later on, they went into health. They started manufacturing health products, nutritional supplements, cream, all those things that people need, they can use on their bodies to look young, to help them look young forever. Again, that wasn't a flagship product. Didn't catch the attention of the world. What is actually now into the lips of everyone globally, what is making them a household name is their involvement in the financial market. The game totally changed for the company. And this is the flagship product. This is why I am in JIFU today. When they decided to add financial markets into the products, everything changed. So now on the call today, you're asking, what is in it for me if I come into JIFU? When you take up JIFU, when you sign up for your package, it is a complete package, a total package that doesn't just come with the scanners. I know a lot of you on the call has been hearing about the accuracy of the scanners. Some of you have been able to witness the results firsthand because you belong to a community where you're seeing the numbers and you're asking what is going on here. So when you decide that JIFU is for you and you sign up, you pay and you take up your membership, it will come as a goodie box. And in that goodie box, your JIFU goodie box, you have all of those things that I'm going to run through very, very quickly. The first thing you have access to, which is beyond, which you can't put a price on, is education. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. Knowledge will put you ahead of your peers. Readers are leaders. And until tomorrow, they rule the world. So I tell you, if you want to get ahead in life in anything, you must be someone that loves to acquire knowledge because it gives you leverage. It's an advantage in any space. So the first thing you have access to is what we call the Learn to Earn platform. So it comes with a wealth of educational platforms that covers diverse area. We have in it the Forex education. If you're on the call today, you've always wanted to know about Forex. You really want to go into in-depth knowledge of Forex. That is the Forex University. It takes you from the basic level right to advanced. It starts from what is Forex and it begins to build up your knowledge. By the time you graduate from this Forex University, you would have become an authority in the space. Then we have Crypto University. If you're a crypto enthusiast, you're on the call today, this is it for you to learn about crypto. Some people are still calling crypto a scam. You are on your own. The world has left you behind. I tell people the big money in this dispensation is no longer beneath the rocks. We thank God for the days of the old boom. The big money is now on your smartphone, in your computer, on your tablet. We're in the digital age and you must move with time. So crypto is as real as you are. So if you want to know more, Crypto University, we have the Social Media University. Even if you're in a traditional business, it's the platform where you can learn more about blowing your businesses on the social media space. Credit University, this is not so big in this part of the world. We're not in a credit economy. But Success University is another one that catches my attention. This comes highly recommended for everyone on the call. This teaches you the principles of success. I tell people every day, success has a principle. If you know someone that has become successful, if they give you their blueprint, tell you exactly how they got there, what they do, their habits, their values, their knowledge base, and you have the blueprint in front of you. If you do exactly what they do, you will get the same result. So mentorship is the fast way to mastery. If you lack mentors, you lack methods. So this is you getting access to people that have done it, virtual methods, principles that work, that gets success. Is not peculiar to the digital space. It's success in every area of your life, even in your business. traditional business, and of course in your career. Then we have the Finance University. You've always been intrigued about the world of finance, how the banks run and what have you. This is it for you. Real Estate University. When you come on board JIFU and you use the tools of JIFU to make a lot of money, I recommend real estate. Real estate is a strong investment platform. A lot of high net worth people are in real estate. Then the e-commerce. E-commerce is big everywhere in the world, the Amazons. In this part of the world, you have the Kongas and GLX and what have you. The guys behind it are billionaires. So if you want to start your e-commerce business, that's it for you. And then finally, we have the AI University. Another thing that I must talk about at this level, I don't know how I missed that part, is Forex. I should introduce you to Forex. Okay, I was just going to get that. The Forex market is the world's biggest, fastest growing, and the most liquid financial market in the world. It comes with a daily turnover of over $7.5 trillion, not a weekly daily turnover. It's a daily turnover. What it means is that every 24 hours, $7.5 trillion and over is put on the table and anyone can access it. What people don't know is that you don't need a license or a certificate to trade Forex. All you need is to learn how to do it, and you can do it from the comfort of your home. So the money is accessible to everyone, and it is massive. I call it a limitless and abundant space. So what is Forex? Exchange of currencies. When you change your pound sterling for Naira, you have done foreign exchange. It's as simple as that. So some people have positioned themselves to benefit from the difference in price, from what we call swaps and spreads. Don't bother if you don't understand those jargons. You just need to understand the principles of Forex, exchange of currencies, and you can leverage this market to make crazy money. And you don't need a license to do it. All you need is to learn how to do it and begin to do it. And what is easier now is the advancement of technology has brought a total disruption to the space. So JIFU, by introducing the set of status, has totally simplified the way we trade Forex. I was telling people earlier on at the physical training today in Lagos that when we learned how to trade Forex, we did it the manual way. We had to learn. We did heavy learning. We learned how to calculate our pips, how to identify our divergence, how to draw our support and resistance, how to use the Bollinger Band and what have you. But these days, with advancement in technology, the way we now trade and get our results can be a lot simpler because of technology. These tools are AI powered, in case you don't know. And you've been hearing about artificial intelligence. They've been talking about it for years. AIs are the future. And the future that we were talking about is already today. We are in the digital world. The way we make money has been totally simplified. A smart person in the 21st century will leverage the space to make crazy money. The Forex market is open Monday to Friday. It's a market that never sleeps. Why should you be sleeping? Especially if you're still broke. The crypto market is not actually closed at weekends. The crypto market is even a bigger market that runs for longer days over a 7-day period. So what it means is that as a trader that has access to the tools of JIFU, even as a busy professional, you can always create 1 hour a day to do your trading. You can trade in any market. The products of JIFU can be used to trade your currencies, your indices, your crypto, and indeed your metals. And let me say this one thing by way of pushing some education in. If you're on this call tonight, what a lot of people don't know is that whether you like it or not, directly or indirectly, your money is being traded with. Not unless you can tell me on this call today that you don't have any bank account anywhere in the world. Wherever you are holding your money, if a retail bank is holding your money, they're using your money to trade. They use your money, my money that I left them. Once you put your 10 million naira there, they're not leaving it in the safe. The minute you turn your back, your money is taken out from the safe of the bank. It is thrown into the Forex market. They throw your money there. They grow your money several times over, making a lot of profit, but they don't share it with you. So as simple as this call is, What I'm doing tonight is simply unlocking the vault. I'm showing you the secret of the banks. 70% of the bank's revenue is actually multiplied in the Forex market. Before I go on, let me also let you know that the big boys who play in the Forex market are the high net worth individuals, the ultra high net worth individuals, central banks, governments of nations, financial institutions, hedge funds, CBNs, governments of countries. The country of Switzerland, as you all know, is a prosperous nation in Europe. They don't have all the mineral resources you guys sit on in this part of the world. They rely on the Forex market for their economy. This is how massive it is. So I just thought I'll let you know that if those big boys are here, you as a regular person can no longer afford to ignore the Forex space. It is big, it is massive, it is changing people's lives. The people who understand what is possible, they do not joke with it. The second thing you have access to when you get your JIFU goodie box is what we call the JIFU live session. So it's a learn and while you learn platform. It's a live session where you have access to 7, 8, 9-figure traders, people that have been trading for years. A lot of these gentlemen, I have personally met them. In my previous company, I traveled a lot for conferences on Forex around the globe, almost every 3 months. And I meet a lot of people, a lot of these guys. I know most of them. These guys have been trading for years, wealth of experience. By coming on board JIFU, you have access to mentorship by someone who has done multiple 9 figures. Someone that ordinarily out of JIFU you won't have access to. You will not be able to afford their direct mentorship. So you sit on live sessions. They're not recorded sessions. They're live sessions, but they're virtual. They all have their times and schedules. So you list your favorite educators and you sit on the session. As you're learning, as they're teaching you the strategy, what works for them in Forex, they're also putting crazy money in your pocket. Some people in JIFU, this is all they do. They have the schedules for 3 or 4 of their favorite educators, and they just sit in their class, ask questions, learn from them, and they wait for them to go through the market and give them signals that has high level of accuracy. That's what some people do with their JIFU membership. It is crazy like that. So another thing that you have access to is what we call the scanners. What are scanners? Scanners are just simple software. They're softwares that have been developed by experts in this space. They scan through, they use algorithm to scan through the entire Forex crypto market, indices market. They're looking for high probability setups. Embedded behind these scanners, I mean, what you'll be seeing on this scanner is something you have on my screen now. But what you don't know that is a lot is going behind. Embedded behind some of the scanners, they have different artificial intelligence tools. These are AI-powered tools. AIs are the future, and the future is today. People are doing massive things with AIs. If you don't understand what AIs are for, please go and Google them, go and Google it, and read up about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is changing the way we live our lives. Medical space has begun to use artificial intelligence. AIs are already performing surgeries on people, human beings. AIs are already doing bricklaying in real estate. Why? Because they do it with a higher level of precision. They are smarter. They are more accurate than the human brain. So every space is leveraging. It has brought a major disruption. And whether you like it or not, people are going to leverage it. And this is the opportunity that JIFU has made possible to you. So these scanners come ready, straight outside of the box. No technicality, nothing to install whatsoever. So you're on the call today and you're saying, I'm not technical. As long as you can recognize colors, they are color coded just to increase the simplicity, so much that a 10-year-old can be shown how to use them and they can go ahead and pick their trades confidently. So if you're not colorblind, you're good to use the scanners of JIFU. What I love about it is that People are winning without prior knowledge of Forex. So even people that have never traded in their lives before, they're getting on board, using the scanners, and they're making a kill. It doesn't get easier than this. As long as you know the red and you can separate the red from the blue, it's a case of going into your scanner and it's telling you when it's red, you do a buy on GPP, JPY. If it's a blue, you get ready to do a sell. Some of the scanners come with your full parameters. It tells you when to buy, what to buy, when to exit, your take profit, your stop loss, gives you all the parameters you need to take a trade. And when you sign up on the elite package, you have access to 9 different scanners. When I got on board, it was just 6 scanners. This is how you know that JIFU is ready, right? They're right on the cutting edge. They have made themselves highly competitive. It will take a long time before any brand can catch up with them. I started when they had just 6 scanners. It went up to 7, then to 8. And right now, with your sign up, you have access to 8 different scanners. So if you're a trader with a lot of experience before, any strategy that you trade, you have a scanner that confirms the strategy to you. So guys, it is phenomenal. We're not playing. This is not a child's play. I can tell you that for free. Then another thing that you have access to by virtue of your membership in JIFU is what we call the JIFU Connect app. It gives you all these key features. Number 1, access to expert traders. So what it means is that you have access to them. You can join their live sessions. If you don't join their live sessions, you connect to them. You subscribe to your favorite educators, and they throw out signals, fully analyzed signals with all the parameters you need. They throw it there. The crypto space, the crypto man does his own thing. The indices man does his own thing. The Forex person does his own thing. And you pick their trades, you copy it, you put it on your MT4, MT5, and you're good to go. And then the number 2 that comes with JIFU Connect is the real-time market analysis. So for people who wants to earn a degree in Forex, they really want to learn it and crush it, you can actually sit under their mentorship and listen to their interpretation of the market. They tell you where the market is going long term. And then thirdly, the flagship product, one that is exciting everybody, is what we call the tap to trade. When you come into JIFU, you also have the opportunity for super busy people who may not even have time to sit on their scanners. You have access to what we call the tap to trade feature, which means you can connect your broker account that you are funded with money, obviously. You connect it to your JIFU account. And so what happens is that anytime any of those traders call a trade, you get a notification on your phone that pops up just like a notification that you get from your WhatsApp or your Telegram. When you look at it, you see who is calling the trade. If it's someone whose trade you want to take, you just tap a button. And at a tap, the trade is automatically copied into your MT4 or MT5. So you really don't have to do anything. This is as automated as it gets. This is for super duper busy people who may not even have all the time to sit on their scanners and make the money. So guys, this is all you have access to and more. Someone is asking before I sign off that what is the cost of getting on board? If you want to join us on this fast moving train, the cost of the elite package is $275 US. If you had these numbers together, it will give you $299. That is the actual cost for every part of the world, but a special discount applied to people in Africa. So we give it to JIFU. So we have a small discount and it brings it to $275 for people who are in Nigeria. If you're joining this call from outside of Nigeria, it comes at a one-time cost of $299 US. Now, after 4 weeks, you begin to renew your subscription. The cost of renewal for people in this part of the world, in Africa, is $165. For people in the US and the UK, in all of the European countries, it comes at $185. So if you're dialing in from Africa, you are lucky. So that is the cost. $275 one-time cost, and then subsequently monthly, you begin to pay $165 for those in Africa. When you sign up in JIFU, there's something we call the 4 and no more. I don't want to be paying this $165, even though I can tell you confidently, if you're on the call and you belong to our community on WhatsApp, if you're not there, ask the person who sent you the link to add you to that community. You will see results that will blow your mind. 165 is what people are making from one single trade. That is how powerful JIFU is. But you come in, you don't want to pay out of your pocket, that is fine. It's smart. All JIFU is saying is that, can you invite 2 of your friends, your family, your neighbors, even your enemies to jump on JIFU? When you introduce 4 people only to JIFU, you will no longer have to pay your subscription month in, month out. Someone says, is it just for 1 month? No. As long as those 4 people remain in JIFU, you won't have to pay for that subscription. Now I'm going to go through the second part of this business. This aspect is not compulsory, but you're on the call today, you are a networker. You are someone who can drive an opportunity, or you've been looking for how you can own your business, especially from the comfort of your home. You're looking for a strong, legitimate business to build. I can invite you into partnership with JIFU. JIFU is inviting you, come into partnership with us, spread the word JIFU, invite friends and family into JIFU, and for this gesture, we will reward you massively. So I'm going to run through that very quickly. If you are on this call and you're particularly interested in this aspect of business, you can talk to the person who got you onto this call, and we will break it down further. So when you introduce 4 people directly into the business, and the 4 people you introduce begin to bring in their friends, the minute you have 14 people in your team in total, 7 on the right leg and 7 on the left leg. The JIFU compensation plan, for the sake of people who understand this kind of business, runs on what we call the binary, just 2 legs to build. So you bring in a total of just 4 people personally, and then your people begin to bring their own 2. You end up with a total of 14 people in your team. Some of them you don't even know, you've never met them. You qualify as a silver executive, and the company begins to pay you $700 every single month. If you go up a little bit, you put in a little bit more effort, you've only just brought the 4 people directly, but the 4 people you brought in are still bringing their people. Their people are also bringing their 4. You now have a total of 40 on your left leg and 40 people on your right leg. You qualify as a platinum executive. And guess what? The company begins to pay you $2,000. I achieved this in my first 3 weeks in this company. And I can tell you it's not a rocket science, because people want the real deal. People are tired of the Ponzi's and the scams. And when they see a good business platform opportunity, they know it, they recognize it, and they jump on it and they ride it. So as an elite executive, you only need to bring 6 people directly. When your indirect people, that is the people your people are bringing, you have a total of 250 people, 125 people on the left and 125 people on the right. You then qualify as an elite executive, and you'll be going on with $5,000 every single month. As a director, you only need to bring 6 people directly. Your indirect also begins to bring their people. You have a total of 250 on your left, 250 people on your right. You qualify for $10,000 paycheck every month from JIFU. And guess what? Within 3 weeks of JIFU launching in this part of the world, 2 people emerged as directors. They are people that I know. So this is not someone's story. It is something we know, first-hand information. You're an Emerald director taking home a check of $25,000 every month for bringing in 12 people directly by yourself. And then you have a total of 625 people on your left, 625 people on your right. and you are going home with $25,000 a month. What is the average paycheck? Some people are on the call today. You are knocking Ikorodu to Victoria Island just for a 200,000 naira paycheck at the end of the month. My people perish for lack of knowledge. They say what you don't know don't hurt you. But that's a lie. What you don't know can keep you broke. What you don't know can make a difference between whether you make it in life or not. Information superstars is the new currency. What I'm putting out here is simple as it is, has the capacity, the potential to change your game. Whether you just come in and you say you don't want to talk to anyone, you just want to be using the tools of JIFU, copying and pasting and making money, it's a win. Whether you choose to take on this part of the business as well, it's a double win. Either way you turn in JIFU, guys, it's a win-win for you. People are winning, their lives are changing. A gentleman sent to me today, he posted it in the group. He spoke to me, he only got on board JIFU last week. And he came to the training on Saturday. I wasn't even there, but we have knowledgeable trainers that are there showing you how to use your JIFU products. And he was shown a simple use of one of the scanners. This man funded his account yesterday with just $100. He's a professional, he hardly has time, but he also believes in the financial market. He has seen numbers. He's someone that has been following me for 8 years. He's been in my community. This man started to practice what he was taught in 20 minutes. He grew his $100 to $187 in less than 24 hours. Guys, do the numbers. Those numbers may not sound significant, but look at the percentage of increase. That is 87% in less than 24 hours. And it did not over leverage. The beauty of the products of JIFU is that they give you sniper entries. They give you precise entries so that the accuracy is so high so that the trades you take, they're more than likely going to go in your direction 9 out of 10 times without a drawdown or with minimal drawdown. Guys, this is a game changer. The highest rank in JIFU, no, the next rank I'm going to talk about is Blue Diamond, because that is my own first landing page. $100,000 every month. You only need to bring 16 people into the company directly. Your 16 people also begin to bring their 16 is bringing 16. Something happens. You have 5,000 people in your community, 2,500 on the left, 2,500 on the right. You are going home with $100,000 every month. Someone's mindset cannot handle it. I know someone who is a Blue Diamond at this company, and he achieved it in less than 6 weeks. His name is Olamide Bello, and that's the gentleman that actually got me into JIFU. If he can do it, you can do it. It's just the power of the mind. You need to stretch your mindset. Once you conceive, you believe, you go ahead and achieve it. And finally, the highest rank so far is the Crown Diamond. You only need to bring 16 people in total. But when your 16 do their thing, they get out there, bring their numbers, and your team explodes, and you have 15,000 people on your left, 15,000 people on your right, a total of 30,000 people in your community. You will be paid $500,000 every single month. I often joke, at that stage, the president of your country will be paying you a personal visit. If you live in Nigeria, you should be welcoming a visit from Tinubu himself. So guys, I have delivered assent, but they say facts tell, stories sell. There might be someone on this call that wants to share their story. In the next 5 minutes, I want you to stay on the call. We have literally wrapped up, but I want someone to share their story with you, share their experience so you know that we're not here. Look at this, read the chat box. Mr. Desmond Inwachuku, a friend of mine, he says ETHUSD called by Gomez is doing amazingly well. He called that trade. He's one of our multiple figure traders. He threw that trade with full parameters and it's already doing well. If I have a gentleman on this call, is there anyone on this call? Guys, today is not a day to be shy. You need to be a blessing to someone here. I want to call someone up. Zoom user, somebody is putting his hand up. Who are you, Zoom user? Before I give you the permission to unmute, can you chat your name on the chat box very quickly? If you're on the call today and you are a member of JIFU Unlimited, you want to share your story with these wonderful people on the call, please put your hand up. Facts tell, story sell. Your story may change someone's life on this call today. Okay, some people are chatting with me. Let me see what it is. Somebody is raising their hands up. I don't know who that person is. Okay, thank you for that feedback, Desmond. All right, Zoom user, there's a gentleman on the call. I'm going to unmute you now, Jide. Fantastic. I've given you the permission to unmute yourself. Kindly unmute yourself, remarkable gentleman. I only just met this man one-on-one. He's been in my community for years, but we never connected one-on-one. But in JIFU has brought us together. You need to hear this man's story. I've given you the permission to take the floor. Please take it away. Share your wonderful experience on this platform with this, my superstars on the call. You have the floor. Take it away, sir. You have the floor. Speak up. We can't hear you, sir. Hello? Your network is crazy. The devil is a... Now we can hear you. Hello? Wow. Do you have... Your network is...
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you, sir.
You can hear me now?
Yes, yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, my name is Olajide Lawrence. I think it's the network. I don't know. Yeah, my name is Olajide Lawrence. I've known Madam Buki, like she said, I've known her for a while. And she introduced JIFU to me. And of course, for the person she is, whatever she introduced, most times are top notch. And I decided to try it. So I funded an account of $1,000 and decided to try. And I was only taking signals from the WhatsApp group she created. There's a WhatsApp group created where they give us signals every day. So I decided to, okay, let me be taking that and see. And from there, then I decide what to do. And I funded an account of $1,000. And today, as I'm speaking to you, that same account is 3,700 today now. And that's just taking signals. So I feel it's good and JIFU works because from the signals I'm getting this amount already. Then if I now decide to just very soon, I'm coming in. I'm coming in very soon. I just want to get my funds ready and I'm coming in. So I think JIFU is good. JIFU works. So I decided to just share this for everybody to know that JIFU is really phenomenal. It works well. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you, Jide. God bless you for being a blessing. Many are called, but only a few are chosen. You have heard it, right? The last time I saw you, Jide, you had only grown that 1,000 to 2,066. And that was just last week.
It was 2,000, right? Yeah, 2,066. Yeah, it was 2,066.
And as of today, what has happened?
It's now 3,755 thereabouts.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Guys, you have heard, we have delivered assent. It is now your decision. One thing I know is that JIFU works. I say to my people all the time, if you come into JIFU and JIFU is not minting money for you, you need to have a conversation with me because I will challenge you. You will sit down and you will show me what you're doing. It is crazy. This man has not bought his JIFU, but in our community, we are being generous. We want to help people. We want to show them the power and the possibility of this product. So we are magnanimous enough to just throw trades. So on an average, daily, we throw about 6 solid trades. And that's all he's been doing, just taking those trades. This is crazy. The last time I saw him, he had flipped his account. He has doubled his account, if you're wondering what that is, in 15 days. And today is crazy. It's crazy for lack of a better word. Guys, this is it. This brings us to the end of it. If you have a question for me, kindly put it in the chat box very, very quickly. If you do not have questions, you need to get back to the person that got you on the call. The person that sent this link to you is the angel that God has sent to you for such a time as this. People are winning, educated, uneducated, as long as you're deliberate and intentional to change your life, to change your financial gain. This is for you. It doesn't get any easier than this. By now, you guys should be tired of the pumps and dump businesses that are flying around. You want the real deal. JIFU works. Before I sign out today, I want to leave you guys with a word that my mentor left with me 10 years ago, and it practically changed my life. He says, Buki, don't you know that people don't fail in life because of the truth they were not told? People don't fail because it's Tinubu that is in power. It's not because you were denied a visa. And it's definitely not because of the village people. People fail in life because of the truth they were told. They heard it, but somehow they chose not to believe it. Some people have big limiting beliefs. To them, everything is too good to be true. Whilst the rich people are getting richer, they are analyzing everything and they're calling everything a scam. In Forex, it's a decentralized system. You're not even giving your money to JIFU. You're going to open an account with any broker of your choice, a regulated broker that is strong as your retail bank. That's the entity that holds your capital. JIFU is just introducing you to a set of products that you will use to milk the financial market and make money from the comfort of your home. There was a gentleman that came to the live session today. He took some of the training today. His name is Korede. He took a $5 account because he's a Gen Z. He's a young man, doesn't have a lot of money. And he sat on one of the scanners and flipped a $5 account to $50. He 10x'd it. That's how they say it. I did a 10x. And he did it in less than an hour. He did not over leverage. All he did was looking for the right entries, which the scanners of JIFU will give you. Guys, it is working. It is working. But I'll leave it as this. We have delivered a cent. You have your decision to make. Please get back to the person that got you on the call. There are no questions for me, and because of that, I'm going to call it a day. I want to thank every one of you for hopping on the call, for joining me today. It's a privilege to have you on this call. We are winning, and we want you to lock hands with us to change your financial trajectory. JIFU has brought us something good, once and for all. Just do this for your life and for the future of your children and your generation unborn. As I go, I want to remind you that it has become a sin for anyone to say that they're broke in this digital age. Money making has been totally simplified. If you don't like where you are, just change it. You have a question for me, Fino. I'm rounding up. You're typing, you have a question. Instead of you to just put your question there very quickly so that I can answer it. If I cannot answer your question, please take it back to the group and we will take all your question, or go back to the gentleman or the lady that got you on the call. Don't forget, that's the angel that God has sent you for such a time as this. We are not playing here, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night. We're back here every Tuesday, same time, same link. Keep coming back. If you joined us late, just come back again. If you are in Lagos, I invite you to join us in one of our physical sessions. Whilst you're listening to the business presentation, we're calling out signals. Last week, Tuesday, we called out 5 signals when we were doing live training, and 4 of them hit our TPs. So it is not a joke. Yes, we recorded it, and I'll make it available for everyone. Thank you so much for hopping on. I wish everyone a good time. Have a good evening, and I'll see you at the top. Do not stop winning. Prosperity is your birthright. Make sure you win, and I'll see you at the top. Have a good time. Bye-bye.